Welcome everyone in live to the virtual Talladega Superspeedway. We are here for week number 12 of RMR's Tuesday Night Thunder. I am your host here tonight, Michael Triscaro of PGR eSports, and I'll be joined here in the booth tonight by the boss man himself, Ron Morris Jr. And also, maybe later tonight, we'll also have Dawson Wise possibly joining us in the booth at some point, as these drivers are pacing here at Talladega. They are in the next gen here tonight for 70 laps of action with a stage break at lap number 25 here tonight. 40% fuel, 2 extra sets of tires, no fast repairs, fixed setups, and 3 green, white checkers if we need them. We're going to take that off your screen here really quick.
Want a short pit with me on lap 1?
And I'm getting some driver audio in my headset, but that is okay. And we're going to bring up the ticker here on the top as we get ready to go green here. We'll bring up that qualifying results really quick. It'll be Daniel Falkingham on the pole here tonight, Wyatt Gray on the outside front row, Logan York in third, Matt Leaf will start fourth. John Ward starts fifth tonight, Jeff Merck sixth, Sean Corbett seventh, Nathan Harper in eighth. Jared Haynes will start 9th. Stephen Miles will start in 10th. Mike Davenport in 11th for PGR. Steve Sizemore in 12th. Brock Westmoreland in 13th. Cody Neagles in 14th. Ethan Eckert in 15th. Sterling Thies in 16th. Kenny Reel in 17th. Trevin Ashburnoff in 18th. In 19th here tonight, that'll be Malik Ray. Kyler Wynn in 20th. Dylan Jones 21st. D3, Daniel Ebert in 22nd. Josh McCall 23rd. Hunter Hastings 24th. Kenny McCullough Jr., 25th, and Mark Von Dell will round out your 25-car field here tonight. As the pace car dives down onto pit lane, Falkingham and Gray lead us down here. Green flag in the air here at Talladega. Logan York exchanging positions here up front with Daniel Falkingham, as we are now on the second lap of 70 here tonight, joined by Ron Morris Jr. Ron, how's it going here tonight?
Hey, doing good. Mike, how you doing?
Not too bad. Had to take care of some technical difficulties there, so had to jump right in, kind of rushed the start of this race, but hey, we're here for 70 laps of action on Tuesday night, Ron, and man, I was looking at the playoff positioning. We'll bring that up here when we do have our first yellow year of the night. We'll go through some of that, but hey, we're getting deeper into the season, Ron, and wins and points are going to be vital here as we continue. What are you looking for here tonight with these drivers?
Oh yeah, we got some guys back there that maybe looking for a win to try to get in. We got some guys that are pretty solid in points. We'll see if they try to race a little easier, but we know that these guys can't really race easy, so should see some good racing here tonight.
Yeah, John Ward has stepped out to the front of this pack in the 92 Toyota Camry. Just behind him, Logan York and Daniel Falkingham. So John Ward came to race here tonight and is pacing this 26-car field. 2x2 mid-pack on back. So far, everybody just kind of riding around here to start tonight's race. A little bit longer race, so hopefully that should provide a lot of green flag racing. And we will have a a stage break tonight at lap number 25, Ron, and those stage breaks have been crazy this season, most of them ending in a yellow, whether it be the second to last lap or the white flag lap of those stages. Those drivers really turning up the intensity for the stage win and the stage points.
Yeah, they go for that stage like they're racing for the race win, but the stage is important. You do get a playoff point for that, and it also pays $40. So, you win the stage, you race for free, or you make a little bit of money, and you get a playoff point. So, it's pretty big.
Yeah, we see John Ward here, and he is liking what he sees in his rear view. Some single file racing as Brock Westmoreland now pulls to the middle lane a little bit farther back. From Valdosta, Georgia, it's John Ward for Hyper Motorsports Dega Pros. We'll see if John Ward tonight, working with Sean Corbett, can get the job done, get back to victory lane. It's Daniel Falkingham now. He's going to make a move. He's going to take that run of Brock Westmoreland. Falkingham now get pushed here in the middle lane as we're now 2x2 here. You see our in-race reporter later tonight, Mike Davenport, fourth in line on the top in the 55 as his teammate Brock Westmoreland to the bottom. He wants to lead here at Talladega. And some really good racing here up front as Brock gets pushed a little bit out of line there. But they're gonna make better there, him and Ward, and right there Daniel Falkingham's gonna lead that lap as they're gonna both clear to the bottom. 3 wide now here, Ron, 3 wide with Cody Niegels with the charge with Malik Ray and Jeff Merck in the third.
Oh yeah, that third lane is coming here. They got 5 cars lined up on that top lane. Well, now they're picking up the whole lane, so they look like they're able to make a whole lot of steam though. So looks like they're backing up a little bit, but yeah, relatively high humidity, 47%. So we'll see what that does. Track's a little hot, so be interesting to see how the lanes work here tonight.
Well, we'll pull up that weather really quick, and 81-degree ambient temp. Track temp over 100 degrees, 104 degrees. So see a little bit of slipping and sliding here tonight, or today here at Talladega, I should say. Clear skies and 7-mile-an-hour wind is what the drivers are dealing with. So not too crazy conditions here as Logan York now leads that middle lane, and I believe the 12 of Ethan Eckert now pulls out. Ooh, they're splitting everywhere up in front. Logan York to the bottom. Cody doesn't know where to go. They want to leave Ethan out. They do. Ethan split 3 wide. Malik pushing Cody Niegels 3 wide. Ethan Eckert, the odd man out right now. And that's going to suction him all the way back here to the end of this pack. And they wanted nothing to do with pushing the 12 there.
Yeah, I think Ethan got a little high there, so nobody really wants to give up any momentum right now. But we know Ethan will be back up there before it's over. He's really good in these cars. We got some guys here tonight that, like Logan doesn't race every week, Ward doesn't race every week, but we know those guys are really good in this next-gen car, so they came to play tonight.
Yeah, this next-gen car, a really fun car, whether Daytona or Talladega. We talked about it last time we ran it. The car did change, sometime back in February of this year, and it's ran a lot different than we were all accustomed to running it to prior to the PGR 500. Maybe some slight updates. We'll see how these next gens will handle on the super speedways. Right now, though, providing some really good racing. Ooh, Malik Ray and Cody Niegels goes all the way to the bottom. Malik almost tunnel vision there into Falkingham. Luckily, he is going to check up. He's all over the back bumper of Logan York. Jeff Merck now. Here he comes right behind Ray. And wow, Mount, I'll tell you what, the runs they're getting, this looks like that racing we had back in January. And this car shaping out to be a really good product here tonight for RMR's Tuesday Night Thunder. Already out of my seat as these cars 3 wide again with Steven Miles, Kenny Reel, Kyler Wynn up top as Malik Ray goes to the top as well.
Yeah, 3 wide seems to not be much of a problem. These cars are really stable. You can bump them hard, you can slam draft for these cars and not get them sideways. So it makes a good product. It makes it a fun race to watch.
On board here with Matt Lee of Clinton, Maine, right behind Kyler Wynn. And you'll see that bump drafting Ron Morris was alluding to. As these two trying to make up ground in that middle lane, 3 wide here. A little bit farther up front. That's Kyler Wynn. And
massive run there.
Massive run. This is a great shot. We're getting a Kyler Wynn. And you can see how fast he's going in that lane. Gets into that Wyatt Gray. Kyler Wynn, what a run through the middle there. And these are some awesome onboard shots. And it's really giving our viewers a great insight to those runs and how fast you are going by some of these cars that aren't generating that power in the draft. And it's just incredible, the runs you get.
And these runs make for some really fun racing to watch, as long as, you know, the guys know what they're doing. And, you know, the group we got here tonight, these guys really know what they're doing. You know, we got a couple pro guys out here. And, I mean, we got some of the best out here, Cody Nagels and Kyler Wynn, and, you know, it's gonna be some really good racing. We got a little breakaway in the front, but it won't last long. These other guys will run them down pretty quick.
And we'll bring up that track map really quick. And right now, the 59, that's going to be Mark Von Dell off pace. So is Trevin Ashmanoff. And that's about it, because Josh McCullough, the 24th, is at the tail end of this lead pack. So just 2 cars slow right now. But they will be aided just in a little bit in that stage break. But we'll see. Mark Von Dell most likely will get lapped here in the next few laps. Trevin Ashmanoff, we'll see if he can stay on the lead lap here. It's 4-car breakaway in the front. Stephen Miles in the 24. Malik Ray, Logan York, Daniel Falkingham. Some really good super speedway racers here up front.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the fuel load on it is on these cars. Well, I'm gonna make a note of it once we see, but I'm guessing probably maybe 40% fuel, maybe 16 laps. That's just my guess.
We'll have to see, as we are now lap 12 of 70. Remember, these drivers stage break at 25. So 25 coming to 26. They're going to need enough fuel to get through 25 laps of racing here on this initial run. And as we have seen most of the season, these guys are able to get to that first pit stop without a problem. But it becomes those last 2 laps for the stage where we've seen the issues, especially on the white flag lap. It's, you know, pretty much a yellow that we've seen just come out a little bit early compared to when, you know, Race Control Ron in this instance would throw that manual yellow. So we'll see if we could finally race one of these out. But first foremost, we're going to have a green flag stop incoming here in the next couple laps.
Yeah, the pit window is open, so we could see some guys dip down any time now, but I'm sure we'll see a few that'll run it out. I see some faking going on right now.
Yeah, single file here throughout the field. That means green flag stops incoming. These drivers going to have to get down to 55 miles an hour here on entry at Talladega. So heavy on the brakes there, and you're not going to want to slide them. Got to get in that box, off that box, on to the exit, and through the apron all the way into the exit of turn number 2. And make sure you do not come above that white line. Got to safely exit at the blue cone. And all these pit stops, and there goes Mark Von Dell. So there goes the 59. He will go down his lap here.
As long as he can stay 1 lap down, he may get a lucky dog. Not sure who.
And here we got a first taker of the night.
D3.
Yep, D3 leading some guys in. Brock Westermelin, Dylan Jones in, Mike Davenport, Josh McCullough, Kenny McCullough. So 6 drivers here on pit lane to start our night. And these guys coming in for service. I hear John Ward on the radio. He will pit here next time by. As all these drivers now set to make their stop. We'll see if anyone is able to go another lap. But I expect a lot of action here on pit lane as we enter turn number 3. 15 to 70 in the books. We'll be getting gas to get to that stage break. Stephen Miles, will he bring this group in? There goes Malik Ray. There goes Stephen Miles, and everybody on their brakes here. We'll see if we... Ooh, heavy on the brakes. No one's going to spin. Clean entry for most.
That was a really good entry by that big group of cars. Pretty
really
impressive.
Good entry there. And as you see all these drivers scattering to get in their pit stalls. And this is going to be interesting here to see how that first group came out. And Malik Ray going through all the pit boxes.
Yeah, big surprise there. You two pro guys are going to come out first and second.
Yeah, Malik Ray going to lead them off with Falkingham. We're going to have to go back here and look for Daniel Eberhardt, Mike Davenport. Actually, Brock Westermelin is going to lead this train in his train Chevrolet. And we'll see. He's getting pushed by Dylan Jones. Here they come as they mix in with this group that pit second. They have a run here. But can Brock and Jones make up the ground needed? Doesn't look like they're going to. They're going to file in line here. About roughly around the top 10 position here. Malik Ray, Falkingham, Miles, Niegels, and Wynn, your top 5. So we will stay single file here. And a lot of little pockets of cars, but I'm sure, Ron, before long, they'll all be back here in a pack.
Yeah, it looks like some tandem drafting from the 90s there, but here they go. They're filing back in for a big pack now. So I expect that second group will catch them as well with Merck and Wyatt Gray and those guys before we get to the stage.
Astronaut in jeopardy of going down a lap before the stage ends, as he is in the tri-oval now. These guys in between turns number 3 and 4. Remember, Von Dell a lap down already. So he is definitely not going to want to see the 89 go down a lap. But at this point, I think that is inevitable. Because we still have, it's going to look like 7 laps to go before the stage. As Malik Ray still leads here. Cody Niegels, though, keep an eye on him in the 6. He has been looking for a big win, and it could come here tonight on Tuesday night. And here comes that second lane, Ethan Eckert. Man, Logan York, no lift pushing Eckert, and those two nearly wrecking here in the middle lane, but they're coming right to the front.
Yeah, big surprise for me is I'm not sure what happened to Ward, but he fell way back. Not sure what happened there. He had a bad pit stop or what.
Yeah, John Ward mired back in the 18th position and off the pace, out of the draft, and he's going to have to coast here to the stage break. I'm not sure if he'll even be able to pit before the end of the stage to see if he can flip the script, but some trouble here for John Ward. We'll go back up to the front as Cody Niegels out of Roll-Up, Missouri now leads here in the top lane. Malik Ray to the top as well. As these cars now rim riding here at Talladega. Ethan Eckert, Jeff Merck, your top 3.
Right, leaders, I'm letting you know now, you're 4.5 seconds from me.
Not sure. Devin Ray's in the chat. Danelda Adams. And Ron and I were wondering if you guys can hear the drivers here tonight. Driver audio is possibly on. Let me know if you can hear it. We'll get that off here at the stage break. As Cody Niegels leads Ethan Eckert here, lap 20 of 7. So 5-ish laps away from that stage. 25 coming to 26. Jeff Merck peaks low, gets back up. And here's the 89 coming into the picture. He will go down a lap. So that'll mire Mark Von Dell down a lap with no chance of getting his lucky dog. And Astronaut likely will be the recipient of that lucky dog. 2 wide racing. Cody Niegels to the bottom. Ethan Eckert stays in the middle. They're going to get some drafting here off the 89. He is going to hold the bottom. He's going to let these guys go by. There's now 3 wide. Merck gets put in the middle. And we'll see if Merck gets picked up. He's going to go down to the bottom. And here we go. Action picking up. In the middle lane goes Dylan Jones. Daniel Eberhardt. Malik looked there for a minute. He thought better. Stays on the bottom. Oh, Cody Niegels nearly turned across the field. And what a save by the 6. That was as top-notch of a save you will see, as he is nearly wrecked off the front bumper of the 12 of Ethan Eckert. An unbelievable save by the 6. And now he's in position to win the stage here tonight, side by side. Here up front with Eckert, Logan York, Malik Ray searching. Ron, it's these guys, every man for themselves. Throw the teams out. These guys all fighting for the stage win tonight.
That's right. Logan giving Ethan a massive push there. Then they get Malik to come up to help him, but we know Malik ain't going to sit there very long. Him and Kyler are probably going to jump to the middle here, at least coming to the stage.
Yeah, Ethan Eckert on the top, 2x2, a big gap there in the middle. They'll come down and side draft possibly here in the turns. As right now, Dylan Jones goes to the middle. Cody's going to block that run. That leaves Merck out.
Yeah,
Dylan
Merck,
Jones.
man, I don't know.
I mean, don't go anywhere. This is going to be one heck of a stage end here. Hopefully we can go green, get to the line. And Cody Neagles, man, putting on some blocks right now. He's not going to be able to block that move. Dylan Jones now. He's going to peek out to the front.
Yeah, I hope they don't wreck because I want to see
Miles into the grass.
Miles into the grass.
He's going to come back up. No caution. We stay green. Dylan Jones, your leader.
Let's see if that bottom lane can make a comeback here. Really just D3 and Cody. They need some help down there if they're going to make some moves, but I got a feeling they'll get it here in a minute. I don't see Kyler and Malik sitting there, and Falkenham, I don't see them sitting there being patient very much longer.
Patience is going to be out the window as Falkingham nearly gets into the wall a little bit farther back. Sparks fly. We stay green. And these three out front doing a great job right now of tandeming here. Malik Ray's trying to get the toe off of them. We have a group on the bottom. Ashburnoff staying in this pack a lap down. 24 of 70 in the books. It'll be a white flag next time by for the stage.
Yeah, D3 goes up to the middle, ends up in that sucker hole, falls back. Everybody's on the top right now except for Cody and Ashburnoff, who's a lap down. Cody gets back up on the high side.
Here comes Falkingham on the bottom. Matt Lee getting in the picture. Logan York. We'll see what move he makes. And he gets to the bottom. Really good at this car is Logan York. And here goes the jockeying. Eckert making blocks. He made a clean one there. Very close. Dylan Jones is going to be the leader here at the white flag for the stage. 25 of 70 in the books. Who's going to get around for the stage? Falkingham goes down. 3 wide as Eckert goes down. And Eckert, I'll tell you what. He is going to cause something here very soon. He is throwing some haymaking blocks here.
That was a haymaker move. Yeah. But getting a massive push now from Falkingham. I don't think it'll last. They'll come back with a run from these cars further back.
Yeah, look for Dylan Jones to capitalize. He's got a great pusher. Cody Neagles behind him. Ethan Eckert outside of turn number 4. Falkingham in his rear view. Who's going to win the stage? The top 5 get the points. They're nearly wrecking behind. Falkingham looking to make a move. He goes high. Ethan blocks it all the way to the wall. He comes down, blocks Jones, causes the wreck at Ethan Eckert. We knew he was going to do it, and I guarantee you that's going to cost him here tonight. As Ethan Eckert just couldn't help himself here on Tuesday Night Thunder. And I am sure some drivers not going to be too happy and thrilled with those moves here just for the stage. Stage under review here.
Imagine doing all that and not winning the stage. Couldn't be me.
Well, his last name in here is that for a reason.
And here's the replay. Ethan throws a block, pushes Falkingham up all the way near to the wall. He comes back down to block a huge run by Jones and Neagles. Pointed completely left, gets into Jones.
Hey, Kenny, it's probably a good thing we had a bad pit stop.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad pit stop. It was just what happened.
And Falkingham, I believe, is going to win the stage over Cody Neagles.
I figured
figured you would have pushed me and we could probably gotten in the top 5, but oh well.
And wow, what a stage. A lot to unpack here. As race control Ron Morris will join us back here in a little bit. We'll take a quick race break. All these drivers going to come down pit lane, take some service. And we're going to go talk to some drivers. Come right back here. Don't miss a beat here on the PGR eSports Network.
Yeah, that's going to be Falcon stage winner. Eagles going to be second. Dylan Jones going to be third.
Back here live on the PGR eSports Network, and what a stage it was to start the night. Ethan Eckert throwing a block on Daniel Falkingham, nearly wrecks Falkingham up and into the wall. Falkingham was able to hold it steady. Eckert comes back down the track, gets into Dylan Jones, and that opens up the door for Cody Niegels, I believe, Daniel Falkingham, I believe, wins the stage. Cody Niegels in second. Ron Morris is going to join us right here to walk us through the results of that stage and that finish.
Yeah, Ethan he didn't get scored top 5 for that stage with the big block that he made there. So Falkingham, he won the stage anyway. He was the first one across the line, but without that block, I think Ethan would have probably won the stage. And he had enough momentum there, but tried to put that massive block on there, caused the wreck. So he didn't get scored top 5 there. So top 5 was Falkenham, Niegels, Dylan Jones, Eberhardt, and Logan York.
That's your top 5 for the stage. And, man, if it's this rest of this race is going to be anything like we just saw in the first 25 laps of this one, this is going to be one of the best races we have called in some time, as the pace car is going to dive off onto pit lane. Falkingham and Matt Lee, they're going to bring you down to the green for the second time here tonight. Falkingham, your stage winner, and we'll see if he can also get the win here tonight. Into the Geico restart zone. Green flag back into the air at Talladega. Ooh, we got Malik Ray under the apron. He's going to come back up into the track in front of Kyler Wynn. So nearly a mishap there for Malik Ray as we stay green 2 by 2. 40 laps to go here in race number 12. And, man, a lot to unpack after that stage. And fortunately didn't have time to bring up the points as they stand. We will bring those up here at some point on the night. But we were out of our seat and for the action that we just saw. And right now we'll see how these drivers want to race this one out. I'm going to go on a limb here and say we are going to log some laps here and try to get those green flag stops, Ron. We saw them about lap 14 or 15 last time.
Yeah, so 40 laps to go. We should see 2 pit stops on this second stage. And it shouldn't be a fuel mileage race. I wouldn't think so. So hopefully not. But it would be nice to see a good long green flag run and get some good stops in here. Green flag stops. We see with these massive runs, though, these guys will be able to, even if they off a little bit on pit stops, it seems like they're able to run the pack down. So these cars make some massive runs.
Well, we're going to bring in our weekly in-race reporter. Here he is in the 55, about mid-pack right now, just in front of Ethan Eckert. Mike Davenport in the 55, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, boss.
All right, man. Well, walk us through what you're seeing in front of you. You got a big pack in front of you, side by side, and you're getting a big run here.
We're getting a huge run here, getting a good push from Ethan. We're going to pick a lane. Let's see. We're going to go higher. Maybe. No, we're not. No, we're not. I don't like it. So, yeah, we're trying to manage these big runs, and it's been hectic so far. It's amazing how far you can go forward if you get into the right lane, but if you get into the wrong one and you get freight trained, you will drop like a rock. And Brock and I have been working together tonight, and we've gone both directions. We kind of started a little bit, I don't know, maybe mid-pack, something like that, and then kind of pushed up towards the front, and now we kind of drug backs here, so we're trying to dig out of a hole. We're going to get lined up here on the bottom. Hopefully we can get organized right here, catch this big pack, see if we can get a run. And that's what it's all about in these cars, the momentum, taking the right run. It's tough. It's a lot of fun, though.
Well, it looks like a lot of fun, man. That was a great first stage here tonight. And, man, thank you for walking through us. A great experience there for our viewers as we were in your cockpit for that one. Well, we'll let you get back. Heavy traffic here ahead. Hopefully we'll talk to you here in a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good, bud. Thank you.
Mike Davenport, our weekly in-race reporter, live on the track. And, man, that was some cool action we saw out of his cockpit. And he explained it to perfection there, Ron. And, man, these guys all experiencing those big runs here tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's fun to watch. The cars look like they're running 20 miles faster than the ones in front of them. But it's a lot of fun to watch. They make those big runs and then they stall out. But it's the massive draft they get. It's fun to watch. Oh, it looked like almost some netcode between D3 and Malik there.
Yeah, 2x2 here outside turn number 4. And we've had a couple close calls here tonight. So far, clean through halfway of this race. And that is something to be seen. the only yellow thrown for the stage break, as we are now halfway home here on Tuesday Night Thunder, and these drivers are the ones getting us there quickly here tonight. 3 wide again. Kyler Wynn. Ooh, we're going to have some problems. They're going to jack up.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we're in. Woo, that was close.
Stacked in that top lane.
They stacked up in a hurry. And a big run there as Ray and Miles go to the middle.
We had Josh McCullough up here for the first time. Said his name tonight. We were just talking to Davenport about Brock. Brock's made his way back up here in that middle lane. But we knew how that middle lane could be. That middle lane could turn into kind of a sucker hole. I don't know. The top lane seems to be dominant with these cars up by the wall.
And a man we have not yet talked about here tonight. Here he comes. The number 11, Kenny Reel, and the Jordan Chevrolet on the bottom, and he is awesome in these next gens as he's getting a push from D3 Daniel Eberhardt. Down the backstretch we go. Kenny Reel now leads the bottom. Malik Ray is going to come down here in front of Kenny Reel, but Kenny Reel flexing muscle here in the early stages of stage number 2.
Yeah, Malik being real indecisive there. He didn't know if he wanted to stay in the middle or go high, but no harm, no foul. He got up there pretty clean.
It looks like Malik has been a little bit indecisive here tonight, and he has had some close calls. Kenny Reel leads Eberhardt and Nathan Harper now here into the top 3 and the number 4. The other number 4 right behind him, Brock Westmoreland. A great run thus far. Matt Lee, the 04, and that's your current top 5. Jeff Merck a little bit farther back, Malik Ray, Stephen Miles, and Kyler Wynn. We've talked about Logan York in the 02. Wyatt Gray behind them in the 18. Cody Neagles a little bit farther back right now. He's hooked up with Trevin Ashmanoff. Ethan Eckert back here now with Daniel Falkingham, Josh McCullough, John Ward. Our in-race reporter Mike Davenport. Jared Haynes, you have to talk about him here tonight in the 7. Jack Shack Machine, as he keeps it clean here. Steve Sizemore sneaking in here into the top 20. Dylan Jones way farther on back in 21st. We're going to have to look all the way back to Sterling Thies off the pace, as is Kenny McCullough Jr., Sean Corbett, and Mark Vondell. Hunter Hastings off the pace as well. That's your 26 car field.
Ethan's getting with Wyatt now. It just came from the back of the field to the front in a quarter of a lap. And they got Falkenham in tow also.
Got 3 wide again. Wynn and Ray in the middle. Matt Lee, ooh, they're going to go 4 wide. 4 wide in the tribal. Is it going to work? It does for now. But
Wow.
I don't know if it's going to work. Logan York is slicing and dicing. 4 wide at Talladega in the next gen. Miles all the way to the wall. We are still 4 wide. Ashronoff caught in a hornet's nest. This is some crazy racing here.
Stephen Miles would dive man out, but Eberhardt picked him up there on the high side. Now he's got some friends again. Back to 2 wide.
An unbelievable drive so far for every car here in this field. And props to these drivers putting on a show for the fans, putting on a show for everyone viewing at home, and for the guys up here in the booth, myself and you, Ron. This is fun to watch, and man, this is why we do it. You get these races every so often, and
whoa, what a save from Malik. Oh my God, what's going on?
Save after save. I do not believe we saw it. He was a little bit farther back. Now off the pace of Malik Ray. And we'll rewind it really quick while we have some time. And check out the save here by Malik Ray.
Spun it 3 times. Was able to save it.
In real time. Ooh, wow. Yeah, Astronaut gets in a Ray, and man, unbelievable save, Malik Ray. That's why they call him an eNASCAR Coke Series professional, as the one stays on track, stays straight. Unbelievable. As we go back live here up in the front, Nathan Harper to the point in front of Wyatt Gray. And, man, lead change after lead change, different name after different name, back to front, front to back. We've had it all. A great first stage. And so far, no cautions outside of our manual caution for the stage break. An excellent race. And if we can keep this going, man, this is one for the ages here so far tonight.
I think we're about to see some pit stops. I heard a couple drivers calling out, so yeah, I figured about lap 41, 42. So, oh man, we got Ward coming down by himself, and that's gonna hurt.
John Ward to pit lane in the 92, and his night started great, and so far has not kept going the direction he was looking for. Wondering if that bad, fast Toyota has some damage here tonight. John Ward probably going to need to yell at some point to try to get his Toyota back here to the front of this pack as Nathan Harper still leads here down the Alabama Gang Super Stretch we go. Here comes that second pack. Kyler Wynn's going to lead it with Kenny Reel, Cody Neagles, and Joshua McCullough. We'll see if we have any takers this time by. The 4 can go in. Will he do it? It looks like they're all going to stay out. They stay out. And they're going to keep trekking here as far as they can go. It's Hunter Hastings now. Looks to be going down yet another lap here on the night. And that 44 machine, just not his night. Doesn't look like he'll have a chance to get back in this one. 43 of 70 in the books. And we are clicking these laps off quick here tonight. It's Kyler Wynn to the middle.
I think they can go 2 to 3 more laps. I think you'll start seeing about 45 is probably when you see the first group come in. All those guys have been leading and burning up some fuel. I think you'll see a couple guys go to 46. They last pitted on lap 39. We had some caution laps in there, so.
There goes D3, and here they come. A wad of cars down the pit lane, led by Kyler Wynn. And this is practically the whole field, and you see a lot of smoke with a lot of the braking on entry. But wow, Ron, another great green flag pit stop by all these drivers.
Man, no kidding. Nobody got any penalties there. Wow, that was I got to get a video of that one. That was an awesome entrance. I saw a little tire smoke, but I think anybody even made contact.
Left side tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel, Nathan Harper, Falkingham, all these drivers off pit lane. It's a battle, though, between Wynn. Wynn's going to get it. Harper's going to let him in. And an amazing stop. And, man, we are just honored here tonight to watch these guys race. I mean, we've seen a lot of, just not bad, but not the best racing here in the last couple months across promotions.
Oh, man, bad net code right there.
Bad net code, and that'll bring out the first caution. Practically jinxed it, but we just haven't seen a race that is delivered like this one. We have had action throughout the entire pack. We've had awesome blocks. We've had lead changes. We had an excellent stage end. We've had great saves by Malik Ray, Cody Neagles. We've had green flag stops, amazing entries. And unfortunately, that's going to get derailed there by really the first yellow of the night. And that's going to look like it's going to be net code here. Yep. That is net code there on exit. Harper's going to go right inside the 82's car. And net code is going to take over from there as Falkingham gets to the 82. So that'll be deemed net code. That'll be a racing incident. And unfortunately, that breaks our really good streak we had going there. Ethan Eckert involved, Kyler Wynn.
Yeah, I don't know what you saw on your screen, but
I saw the same thing.
Car was almost all the way up inside.
Yep. Man, and that's a shame that we had to have that happen with the way this race was going.
I mean, he's coming off pit road. He probably doesn't really know that he's, in there like that.
Oh, yeah, he has.
He's trying to push. You know what he's got to do. So
he has no clue that is net coding. And, man, technology took over on that one, and unfortunate set of circumstances there for a couple drivers. But we'll see if hoping these drivers will continue the way they are racing even with this yellow. As they all come back down pit lane, they're going to want that Sunoco Racing fuel run. And, man, Kenny reel into the grass just a little bit. 26 laps to go.
I mean, I don't think anybody really got a ton of damage from that, so hoping that everybody's in pretty good shape there.
Well, 25 laps to go here at Talladega in race number 12. And, hey, we said we were going to bring them up. It's a good time to bring up those playoff points right now. Daniel Eberhardt in the first position. He has 2 race wins, 2 stage wins, and 2,008 points. And he has counted his races counted. You see that on the far right side. I'm not sure what size, 18. I believe this is race 12. Daniel Falkingham, 2 race wins, 1 stage win for 2,007 points. Nathan Harper, Malik Ray as well. Nathan Harper's got 2 wins. Malik Ray's got a win. Seipel's got a win. Ecker and Lee winners as well. And you see those stage wins. Malik Ray, 4 stage wins. Dylan Jones, McCullough, that's Josh McCullough, Wyatt Gray, Stephen Miles, Kyler Wynn, Brock Westerland, Kenny McCullough Jr., Jeff Mark Von Dell. That's your top 16. And there's the cut line deck to Jared Haynes, Mike Davenport, Ashburnoff, Corbett, Velke, Chris McCullough, and James Wagner. So, tell you what, these guys could separate themselves here at the front. And those stage wins, race wins, looming large for the playoffs. And we'll bring that to you each and every week. And appreciate Ron for getting that graphic over here to us.
Like the note says that 2008, that's projected because it
gotcha.
Around the playoffs, they'll reset to 2000. So, everybody that's in the playoffs have 2000, and then anybody who's got a win, stage win, they'll get those bonus points.
Those zeros look like 8s kind of.
Yeah, it's 10 races. Yeah, it's 10 races. I might have to change the font on that because it does kind of look like an 8, after looking at that. But yeah, I'll continue to update that as drivers get wins. Like Dylan Jones would actually have 2001, with that 1 stage win right now. But any of those guys from 17th, 18th, 19th, all they got to do is pick up a win, and they move right up there in 8th place or so. So wins are big.
Yeah, wins are critical here.
Pretty good race last night for PGR Light Series, Mike. I had some computer problems. I really don't know what I got going on, man.
Yeah, that was awesome. We actually had some really good feedback running Kansas in 1.5 miles for the first time in the PGR Light Series, and a lot of guys say they want to do it next year. And next season, in my opinion, will be one of the best seasons we'll have. Is now with the different divisions, the different licenses, we're gonna lose a lot of the cream of the crop in that series to the Intimidator Superspeedway series on Thursdays. And that's going to open up the door for a lot of drivers. And you're even going to see a few drivers that were not eligible to run that series eligible again. And one of those is Mike Davenport that is racing here tonight. So, he's right now he's up there in 4th. So he's battling here for a race win tonight. But, that's going to be cool. We'll see if we can mix in some more 1.5 miles, maybe some short tracks into that schedule. And maybe do some flights as well as some special races for that PGR Light Series. And when that series ends here, I believe in the next 4 weeks, there's an off week for Memorial Day. We will still continue racing Light Series races each and every Monday, as those guys now have a place to race each and every week under the PGR banner. So that'll be pretty cool. But nonetheless, here we go as the pace car going to hop on down pit lane. 2 yellows tonight, 1 for the stage, 1 for some net code there is Nathan Harper and Wyatt Gray lead us back to green here at Talladega. We'll have 23 laps to go, and we hit the line as the green flag back in the air.
Yeah, so we know we got one more pit stop. So let's see if someone take it early or someone run it out.
Davenport now to the bottom. He is racy here tonight. He's going to look to get to that lead, but right now that bottom line fading just a bit. We've seen that happen a lot here tonight. Harper to the wall with Gray and Merck. D3, will he make a move? Will he stay in line? He goes to the middle. He pulls Matt Lee, pulls Brock Westmoreland. He pulls Jeff Merck, just 2 here on the top. They're going to have to come on down. They do. Westmoreland's going to make a 3rd lane a little bit farther back. As here comes Kenny McCullough, Josh McCullough. As Harper leads another lap, 22 laps to go.
It was 4 wide there for a minute. Yeah, Kenny McCullough hadn't called his name out all night, but here he is up here at the front now. Oh,
Malik Ray again. I mean, there we go. Wreck. Davenport, nope, we're going to stay green. Are we? Nope, I think we got a few around. Astronaut Davenport around. Caution is out, and Davenport, who's looking strong, ends up with some damage here to his 55 Tire World Chevrolet. And Mike Davenport, heavy right front damage, and he'll be coming down pit lane for service as the 3rd caution of the night has flown with just 22 laps to go, as Nathan Harper still leads us here up in the front.
yeah. That's probably going to be a racing incident. It looked like Davenport might have gone up a little bit because Malik was coming up. Trevor came down.
Well, you'll see it here on your replay. Malik goes down. Man, he went down all the way to the apron. Malik Ray, not racing like his normal self here tonight. He is kind of, man, he's avoided a lot of stuff. He comes back up. We'll see what happens here. And it looks like Mike was not clear. He comes up the track. Maybe just trying to avoid Malik Ray, though. And gets into Astronaut and gets into John Ward. More bad luck for the 92. Heavy damage to him as well as the 55. Astronaut cannot keep it from spinning out, I do not believe, as he fishtails, hits Davenport there at the end of this one. And that's going to bring out your 3rd caution. So we'll wait. Race control decision there. Hard on the brakes is the 89 and the 55. We'll go back one more time. And I think this is all kind of affected here by Malik Ray coming back up and Mike Davenport sensing it, as Davenport then goes middle to avoid that and didn't see the 89. So I believe racing incident here will be called. We'll find out here in just a minute from
Yeah.
Ron.
Yeah, it was racing incident. Davenport even said he was just trying to go up and try to miss Malik, and if you look at it, Astronaut, that actually came down a little bit too, so it was a racing incident.
Yeah, that's what we saw up here, and Ron Morris doing an excellent job here tonight calling the race. 3 yellows now, 1 for the stage, 2 for some incidents here. We're hoping cautions don't breed cautions. It's been a really good night here tonight as Nathan Harper leads Jeff Merck, Daniel Eberhardt with just 20 laps to go. We'll take a race break here from Talladega, and we'll be right back here live on the PGR eSports Network. back here live at Talladega. 19 laps to go. We're going to have 18 to go when we hit the line. Nathan Harper will lead us back to green. Jeff Merck on the outside front row. The 90 of Daniel Eberhardt lurks, as does Brock Westmoreland. Here to the Geico restart zone. Fans out of their seats and yelling here at the top of their lungs as the green flag back in the air.
I don't think there's enough saving to get 18 laps.
Probably not enough saving. Probably one more stop here to get to the checkered flag, as we are already 3 wide. Not even a full lap into this one. D3 nudges ahead of Harper into the lead at Dega. Here comes that top lane led by McCullough. Getting pushed by Miles. Here's Neagles, Lee. 3 wide, about 4 or 5 cars deep. As action right back where we thought it would be, as everybody vying for track position here early in this run, as Harper all the way to the top and almost causes a wreck there off the front nose of the 03 of Kenny McCullough.
Kenny gets turned up in the wall off Miles. Doesn't look like it did any damage to his car.
Kenny McCullough off the pace just a little bit. We'll see if he can stay in the draft. Meanwhile, up front, it's still D3. You see the Wagoneers welding on the side. Can D3 get to victory lane at Talladega? Malik Ray, he's had an up and down night, but he's kept all 4 Goodyear tires on the racing surface, and he finds himself in the 2nd position, just in front of Wyatt Gray and Jeff Merck. Here comes a run farther back. It's Dylan Jones, Logan York. Man, these two don't love each other. Well, maybe that could be Logan not loving Dylan too much, but right now they are tandeming right here all the way up to the front, the middle lane. D3 to the middle, and that leaves out Malik Ray on the bottom.
Yeah, that's a bit of an odd couple there. Those guys are always going at each other, so it's kind of weird seeing Logan push Dylan, but he knows Dylan can get up there though.
That he does. Some very good drivers here at the front of this pack. Wyatt Gray, the youngster in the 18, out of Columbus, Ohio. Here he comes in the 18. See if he can make some moves and try to capitalize and win one of the biggest races of his money racing career. Malik Ray now getting a big run, I believe, from Josh McCullough on the push. So here comes Malik Ray back up front. 2 cars here on the bottom. Looks like Gray's going to peek out. He's going to stay up. Merck's going to go up as well. There they are, making that bottom work as D3 takes the run. Those 3 cars in the bottom linked up. They're going pretty quick here. We'll pull up the dashboard. You'll see these speeds here. And we'll see if we can get a good look from Josh McCullough here. Check his speed as he's in this draft, as is Jeff Merck. Jeff Merck probably going to hit close to 195 miles an hour here at the backstretch. And he will 195 into the entry of turn number 3.
Yeah, I was watching Eberhardt, and about 195 for him too. I think at times he's probably hit 190, 188, 199.
14 laps to go as we're back here under a good, solid green flag run. And from our estimates, all these cars will need to make 1 pit stop. But Ron, here's the question. Obviously, you're going to want to go a couple more laps just in case. Oh, Brock Westmoreland, it won't matter now. Caution out on the racetrack. Westmoreland. Oh, that's going to end his night. Front end damage to him. Daniel Falkingham involved as well. Jared Haynes. And caution flies for the 4th time here tonight. As damage here to Falkingham, Haynes, as well as Brock Westmoreland. Says Ethan Eckert involved as well. We'll find out. Yeah, Brock's going to come up. Nearly getting a Josh. He's going to come back down. Haynes is already there. So no fault to Haynes. But that turns Brock Westmoreland down. That collects Daniel Falkingham. He has nowhere to go. Ethan Eckert's then getting turned behind from Matt Lee, probably just because they're checking up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a racing incident.
Yeah, so unfortunate there for Ethan Eckert. No fault to Matt Lee behind. They're checking up for that wreck, and Jared Haynes a part of that one as well. And nothing Jared really can do there. You see Jared just staying in his lane. Brock goes up the racetrack, nearly gets into Josh McCullough. He comes really kind of back down after he lost that position and kind of turns himself on the nose of the 7. Falkingham has nowhere to go, man. Falkingham maybe could have squeaked up to the top. As you see Eckert and Lee come into the picture. Heavy damage. That'll end the night of Ethan Eckert for the most part. Any chance he had at winning. Jared Haynes heavy on the brakes there. And a lot of these cars going to be coming on down pit lane. Ooh, Kenny Real smacks the inside wall right where it kind of sticks out. We did not see that originally. We'll see that in real time. Kenny Real right here. Bang, right into the wall. Heavy damage to Real. That might have broke his suspension, his front end right there as Kenny Real hobbles that 11. That'll most likely end his night as well. Carl Haynes in the chat, not happy with the boss man. He is not happy at all with that call as he's looking for his son to get the benefit of the doubt there, man. I love it. I love the guys, the passion of the Money Racing community viewers, because they're out here each and every night and providing some great feedback in the chat. And unfortunate there for Jared Haynes as Real limps his Camaro to pit lane, and we'll go back live here. And we'll get some scoring here. Just a minute, 12 laps to go. Pace car lights are still on. Right now, I believe Trevor Astronaut being scored your leader. We'll see if that stands. Eberhard, Ray, Logan York, and Wyatt Gray, your top 5. I'm laughing. These guys in the chat love cracking me up here.
I heard it was last day caution.
Love it. We love it. Keep on bringing the laughter here. And well, caution, the first caution that flew there bred some more cautions, and that was our fear because we were rolling here for most of the night. And we'll see how this one will end. We'll go back green with just 10 laps to go when we do take the green flag again. And we'll be close here to the end, Ron. And I don't know, it's been a really good night thus far. We've had a couple incidents here lately, but for the most part, I still think we're going to get a great finish here tonight.
Yeah, well, that caution coming out may have prevented it from being a little bit of a fuel miles race too, so, which I don't think it was going to be anyway, but we were going to be like 3 laps short of making a run. So now everybody's got full fuel, and we can make a run to the end here. It should be a really good race.
Astronaut will lead Eberhard, and we'll see them come to the green flag next time. Bye. Evan Carlbon in the chat. Want to shout out to Evan Carlbon, Heath Job as well. Heath was hoping to race tonight, but some faulty internet, and that kept him out of tonight's race. And as he said, keeping him from helping to donate tonight. So another laugh there out of Heath Job. Don Merck in the chat, cheering for husband Jeff Merck, and Jeff Merck currently in the 6th position as he has a shot here tonight to go to victory lane. Next week, May the 20th, that'll be actually my birthday. And we will be here at Daytona in the Craftsman truck. And I'll have to make sure, Ron, that I can get back home in time for that call. And if not, we'll have to put one of our guys up here in the booth, maybe Austin Green, maybe Dawson Wise, just in case I can't make that one. But Next week, don't forget to join us here live on the PGR eSports Network. Daytona International Speedway in the Craftsman truck as we continue along as we are approaching the playoffs coming up in mid-June. So about a month away, just over a month away from those playoffs. As the pace car lights out onto pit lane, and who is going to win here on Tuesday Night Thunder? Will we get a surprise winner that will vault themselves into contention? Or we get a repeat winner here on Tuesday night? Green flag back in the air. Tuesday Night Thunder. Last 10 laps. Here we go. Astronaut to the middle. They'll block that run of D3. Malik Ray on the bottom all alone. He's going to wait Wyatt Gray to get to his rear bumper. That top lane, though, has been the preferred lane of the night. Logan York, Jeff Merck right there to pounce. Here comes Kyler Wynn as he's working with Josh McCullough right now here in the middle lane. Malik Ray to the top. Caution is out. Cody Neagle's crash. Yeah, Brock Westmoreland into Vondell. Down into Neagles and Miles. And this happens farther back. We'll see here the cause of the caution. Well, Brock, some of the guys here in the chat were calling him to be penalized on the last one. We'll see if he makes a mistake here. Yeah, he's going to offset push Vondell. No, he's just going to go underneath Vondell. Yeah, Vondell's actually going to come down and turn himself in front of the 4. Unfortunate circumstance for Neagles. He's going to take the grunt of this one. And yeah, it just looks like Vondell kind of comes down. Didn't really see the 4 of Westmoreland there. That'll be another caution here tonight. And tell you what, the guys up front, they're not going to mind. As we tick off these laps, the Astronaut still leads here. Pace car lights are on. I believe we'll be able to make it till the end. You might see some guys farther on back just in case, top off some fuel in case we have some extra green white checkers here tonight. But for the most part, these next gen cars full of Sunoco Racing fuel should be able to make it all the way here to the end of this race. There'll be 8 laps to go right here as Astronaut gets to the start-finish line. Pace car lights will stay on. So we will restart this race with 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go. Tyler Vickery in the chat, cheering for Jeff Merck here tonight. Josh Fryer, Infinite Frost. Good to see you guys here tonight chatting. As always, if you can, hit that little $sign, show your support for PGR eSports. Drop a super sticker or a super chat. And we would very much appreciate that. Well, we have a second. We'll take our last race break here of tonight's race. And we'll be right back here live on the PGR eSports Network. back here live with just 6 laps to go when these guys get to the line. Astronaut, D3 Daniel Eberhardt, lead us to the green flag back in the air here at Talladega Superspeedway. Who is going to get the job done on Tuesday Night Thunder? 2x2 on the restart, but it's not going to be long before we are 3 wide. We've even seen some 4 wide here tonight. And all these drivers looking for that dub. And we'll see where it's going to come from. Jeff Merck, a hungry driver, as is Logan York. So I'll tell you what, all these guys right now, throw these teams out the hat. Here comes Malik Ray. Kyler Wynn, D3, blocks it. Merck has nothing to do with side draft. He actually gets in the win.
Whoa, what a save.
And a great save by Kyler Wynn. We almost had a big one there. Jeff Merck, nowhere to go in there. We have a big one now. Merck, Dylan Jones involved. Cody Neagle's involved as well. And we are back under caution as Dylan Jones into the wall. Jeff Merck, heavy damage, and that's going to put us probably to a natural green-white checker finish here on Tuesday night. And smoke billing out the back end of Jeff Merck. So, Don, I think it's time you could go to sleep here tonight. Jeff will be inside shortly because that 60 machine going to get towed, possibly just to get parked here on the backstretch as Jeff Merck just... We'll have to find out actually here what happened.
Yeah, it looks like Merck's trying to get back in line. Comes down kind of in front of Davenport. Davenport's got to run. Gets into the back of Merck.
Yeah, here it is. Right in the chopper view. I mean, 4 wide, almost 5 wide. And then Merck just wasn't clear there. And that's unfortunate there, especially for Dylan Jones, Cody Neagle, Steve Sizemore, Steven Miles involved. Dylan Jones, we said, Hunter Hastings. Sterling Thiest, Brock Westermelin, Von Dell, they're all scattering, as is Kenny McCullough. And that's a big one here near the end of this race. And, man, the Red Bull Camaro in the chat, man, he says, Merck about to win this. And Merck's wife, you know, she said, and, yeah, because that was a jinx right there. And Tyler Vickery upset with that one as well as the 60s night is over. Evan Carlbon says that one is on Merck.
Yeah, Merck just kind of trying to find a place to get in line. He got stuck in the middle, headed backwards, and just wasn't quite. He was clear, but too much of a speed difference there.
Well, Astronaut is loving life right now because we've pretty much had some yellows to knock off a lot of these laps here, and we're going to have a natural green-white checkered here tonight with 4 laps to go right now. The pace car lights will go out next time by. It'll be 3, and then when we go green, it'll be 2 laps to go. So this will not be a NASCAR overtime. This will be a natural green-white checkered as these drivers on the track right now, I don't know what they're doing, having some fun, I guess, up in the front. Got to be careful, though.
Yeah, one of these days, iRacing's going to make that pace car not be a ghost car. We're going to find out the hard way.
Absolutely.
Everybody loves driving the pace car and see the interior of the pace car. Can't say that I've never done it before. Oh, yeah, unfortunate one for Merck. Merck's streak of bad luck continues.
Well, now we got a sprint here to the finish. And like we said, a natural green-white checkered coming up here. And we'll see now if we can get to that white flag and make this one official. First half of this race was stellar. And we've had some cautions now here in the second or latter half of this race. But tonight, let's see if we can finish this one off on a high note. As the pace car lights will go off as we cross the start-finish line here in just a second. We'll rack them up. We'll go through our top 10. And don't go anywhere after the race here. Tonight is official. We'll bring in our top 3 podium finishers and get some words with them.
You don't have driver cams going tonight, do you?
No driver cams here tonight.
I'll say Trevor's always got a pretty good driver cam.
Trevor's is definitely one of the best. As the most amount of viewers we've had is right now. They've all come here to watch the end of this one. Trevin Astronaut for the Jack Shack has ran a perfect second half of this race as he is your leader. If these guys weren't messing around so much, I would know exactly how they were lined up. It looks like Logan York will start outside front row. Josh McCullough will start in third. Daniel Heberhart in fourth. Wyatt Gray will line up, I believe, in fifth. Nathan Harper in sixth. And Mike Davenport, all of a sudden, a comeback from a wreck earlier. He has a shot. And I believe these cars good on fuel. For 3 green and white checkers, not sure about that one. But we've had a lot of cautions here around in the last, 10, 12 laps. So they've definitely been able to save fuel. We'll see what happens if we do get another caution before we take the white flag. And these cars have to think about those green-white checkers. But for now, they're all ready to rock and roll. Natural, green-white checkered. As Astronaut here will lead us to green with Logan York to his outside. A lot of hungry drivers here. Sean Corbett in the top 6. Josh McCullough. Mike Davenport. And here we go into the Tri-Oval. Fans on their seats, viewers at home, get ready. Who is going to go to victory lane here in race number 12 to the Geico restart zone? The flagman's waving the green flag, and we are back racing here at Talladega.
Yeah, Trevor gets a big jump, but that may not help him. He's got help coming out from Wyatt Gray. So I think any of these cars here on this lead lap could possibly still win the race.
And you can see the intensity ratcheting up with the pushes. No lift pushing nearly all the way around right now. They try to make a third lane. I'm not sure that's going to work. It does not. Logan York advantage down the backstretch. Here comes Astronaut on the bottom. He's got Gray behind him. They are pushing tandem right now with Sean Corbett. Ooh, there goes Logan York. Can he save it? He's into the wall. That's not going to bring out a caution. He saves it. And, man, I'll tell you what, Astronaut now in the driver's seat for a moment. Here comes Gray. And he is all over the back bumper of Astronaut. As we take the white flag, this one is official. 1 lap to go here at Talladega. Astronaut has a full mirror of Wyatt Gray. Here comes D3, a massive run with Kyler Wynn. D3 is going to get punted here by Wynn. He's not going to be happy. Wynn blocks the top run by Nathan Harper. Drag race down the backstretch. Astronaut to the bottom. Wow, he left the door open for Gray. Might not be the move. Westmoreland's getting turned. Man, that oh God, I don't know if that was the move for Trev. He is now in third. Wynn has his sights set on Wyatt Gray. Who's gonna get it done? Wynn to the bottom. Gray goes to block. He can't. Side by side. Door banging all the way to the finish. Speed matching. And it's Kyler Wynn gets the win at Talladega. Unbelievable photo finish as Kyler Wynn beats the door off the 18 of Wyatt Gray. Drives him just ever so slightly up the racetrack as they approach the start-finish line. We'll see it here in the replay.
0.004 finish.
And what a finish here. We'll see it again. And a finish for the ages. We'll go back live. Kyler Wynn, your race winner. And we'll get a word with Astronaut Gray and Wynn. As Astronaut probably looking to have that last lap back. And here is the 82. I am sure he's not going to have a fan in the 90 of Daniel Eberhardt. We'll go back and look at that one as well. But the win goes to Victory Lane here on Tuesday Night Thunder as he burns them down here on the start-finish line. Tyler Wynn, your winner. And we're going to go back farther here. And watch some of this action here. We'll see. We're trying to go back to see where D3 kind of gets hit by Wynn. We'll see. If there's any fault to the 82 here, D3 kind of goes up. Wynn goes to follow, and yeah, it kind of pushes. Yeah, he's going to push D3. He's going to nudge him down the racetrack here. And just looks like some hard racing. But unfortunate for Daniel Eberhardt, who had a great run here tonight. And we will momentarily bring in your third place. Oh, my God. Your third place finisher of the Jack Shack, and I can't stop laughing. The 89 of Trevor Ashford. You got a copy.
I'm supposed to be pissed right now. That was pretty funny. What's going on, man?
Yeah, we're watching that last lap, and I kind of called it out on the broadcast. It looked like you just made – it looks like you made the move that you probably want back there. Walk us through that move when you went low and let kind of Gray take your outside there.
Yeah, I had Kenny in my ear, and he told me we had a break, so I was trying to get White to come bottom so we could just race side by side at the line. I would have been fine with that, but he claims that he was double blinking, which I don't know, man. You know how these things go. It's all or nothing on the last lap, and I get it, but it's, I don't know, maybe if I just stayed high and then just tried to block him down the track, and maybe I would have came out better that way, but, I mean, it is what it is. It's done and over with, and boy, oh boy, I was saving the hell out of fuel, man. You know how these goes. Either I was gonna run out or not, but I had enough. That's all the car said. I had enough to make it. So once I took the white flag, it was over. I was trying to block everything I could, and man, bittersweet, brother, bittersweet.
Bittersweet it was, Trev. Well, man, what an excellent job here tonight. You led a lot of laps, and man, that last 10, 12 laps had to be stressful after a lot of yellows there, and you're kind of just hanging out there. It was probably a good thing it kept you up front there. Didn't have to do too much racing there to the last 2 laps, but I'm sure some anxious thoughts there while we were under yellow.
Yeah, the yellows definitely helped because I for sure wasn't gonna make it if we didn't have a couple of yellows. So I definitely played the strategy game, trying to see if that would work, and it did. It definitely helped in the long run, and yeah, just chilling. I was over there playing tag. I don't know if y'all caught it. They're over there playing tag under caution, and I'm over here trying to save fuel for my life. And I was a bunch of times. But any which way, man, like I said, it is bittersweet, but nothing I can do now. One of these days, I'm going to win one of these damn races for sure, because this is one I haven't gotten. And I've been the bridesmaid and left at the altar many times, so it's just another one for me.
He's been the bridesmaid, and he's been left at the altar many times here in RMR. But one day, Trevor Astronaut will go to Victory Lane here on a Tuesday night. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
Hell yeah, man! I got to thank of course, the Jack Shack brother. Can't hate on that. Kenny was in my ear. He got taken out pretty late in that race. Got to thank him for giving me the advice, at least for doing that. Jared was out here and ran with a couple teammates here tonight, and yeah, we just tried to strategize and just tried to get through it. And I knew what I had to do at the end, and that was blocked for my life. It was just, I don't know, man. Just one of them things. Eventually we'll get here. But I got to appreciate you for the broadcast. Can't wait to go back and watch it, watch my fuel saving strategy. And got to thank Ron for putting these on each and every week. And he gets a lot of guys in here we race with week to week, and hopefully this will help my championship. I needed to win. I needed to win to get in, and I was like third under the cut line. So hopefully I'm in this top 15 with this good positioning, and we'll see how it goes, man. Appreciate you, appreciate everybody, and we'll see you Thursday? We'll see you Thursday, man.
Well, that was your third place finisher here tonight, Trevin Astronaut for the Jack Shack. And we will bring up your runner-up here tonight. That's going to be Wyatt Gray out of Columbus, Ohio. And we'll let Ron Morris Jr. do the honors for Wyatt Gray.
Hey, Wyatt, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good after that one. That was a really fun race there.
Hey, man, it was. You guys were really putting on a good show, man. Some really massive runs and good blocks, and but if you could have done something different on that last lap, is there anything you would have done different there?
I don't think so. I really wanted to push Trev all the way so I could have been the one making the move, but going into 3 there, he moved down like right as my temps got hot, and Tyler was coming with the run, so I knew I had to cover that and leave Trevor out, but I'll take the P2.
All right, that's right. Hey, you've had some good finishes, so I think you're sitting pretty good in points right now. So, yeah, the P2 ought to help a lot. Yeah, it was a good drag race, man. I mean, I think you made all the right moves there with, trying to door Kyler a little bit, and it was a good drag race at the end. I think the finish was like 4 thousandths of a second. So, nice little photo finish. I'll have to get a picture of that and put it on the website. So, anybody want to shout out to you? Anybody want to thank tonight?
Yeah, shout out 42 Paints and Factory Setups, and I had a deal with Garrett Caswell. I'm running his sponsors this week, so shout out to GTCR Motorsports, Lost Horizon, GEC, NASCAR, Mad, and Genetic Expert. And thanks for you guys for putting this on and doing the broadcast.
Sure thing, man. Good to have you out here every week, man. You good up and coming driver, man. So I'm sure we'll be talking to you again, man. So well, have a good night, man. Appreciate you being here.
Yep.
That was your runner-up here tonight, Wyatt Gray, the 18 car, and heard him there. He had a fun night here tonight, but no more fun than the winner here from Thunder Bay, Ontario. It's the 82. Factory setup. Kyler Wayne, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
All right, man. Well, what a heck of a last lap as you battled Wyatt Gray. Trevin Astronaut gave up his rear there to Gray, and that had to be music to your eyes as you then get to the rear bumper of Gray and make a move there in the tri-oval. He goes to block it. You go low, and you're drag racing there to the finish. Doran, the 18, getting him up the track just a little bit, but hey, you get to the checkered flag just before the 18 does. And hey, back to victory lane here tonight. Walk us through it.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to win one of these again. I think it's been about 2 weeks, so I was due. But yeah, either way.
Hear that, Ron?
Fun. Either way.
Yeah, I heard that.
Fun car, fun race. I love this car, man. It's just, I feel like, in my opinion, it requires you to use your brain, as I like to call it, when it comes to the super speed racing stuff. The other stuff is like gridlock and kind of common sense. It's more gambling. This is more like you have control of your fate. That's what happened tonight. Yeah, coming to the line there. Made the move too early, I thought. Wyatt hit me with the side draft, and he probably would have got it, but he got into my left rear and turned me up the track, which I didn't mean to speed match him there. I was going to hold it on the yellow line, but he kind of glued into my bumper. If he doesn't do that, he has a shot, I think. He just pulls me back and wins, but I got kind of lucky there. I'm not going to lie with the glue, but that's just how this car is.
Well, hey, all that matters right now is the 82 is in victory lane, and have your sights set off on the playoffs, as we're not too far away, just over a month away from the playoffs here, and some big money on the line. Well, before we let you go here tonight, 82 car Kyler win to victory lane. Anyone you want to thank and or shout out?
Yeah, factory steps on the car. Malik and Miles all night. Great teammates to be around, especially in the 8 car. You definitely need some friends, whether they're in Discord or not. I have a lot of enemies here, so it's kind of tough when you're riding solo. But when I have Malik and Miles lined up behind me or in front of me, it makes things easier. So I appreciate them, and you guys for broadcasting. You do a great job every week. I appreciate you, and Ron for putting this on. I have a lot of fun. This is probably the most fun I have racing a league here on iRacing right now.
Well, you heard it there from the victor here tonight as he goes off into the distance and celebrates with his team here at Talladega. It's Kyler Wynn back to victory lane round, and we'll go through that top 26 of the race. Kyler Wynn victorious. Wyatt Gray, man, just ever so close to victory, finishes in second. Trevin Astronaut, the move he wished he didn't make, and could have changed his fortune, finishes in third on the podium. Nathan Harper, great run, fourth here tonight. Daniel Eberhardt, fifth. Mike Davenport, a great run, great points tonight for him in sixth. Malik Ray in seventh. Sean Corbett in eighth. Hunter Hastings in ninth. Rounding out your top 10 is Sterling Thies.
Josh McCullough is going to end up finishing 11th tonight after a good run up there at the front and towards the end. Jared Haynes going to end up 11th or 12th. Cody Nagel is 13th. Had a good run all night. Stephen Miles up front all night, ends up 14th. Logan York, same thing, up front all night, ends up 15th. Kenny McCullough Jr. is going to be disappointed with 16th finish, so after he had some time up there at the front. Dylan Jones 17th. Brock Westmoreland 18th. He's the first car a lap down. Mark Vondell 19th, also a lap down. And then we got Steve Sizemore rounding out the top 20.
21st here tonight, Jeff Merck, some bad luck late in the race. Matt Lee, 22nd. Daniel Falkingham, not the finishing position he was looking for, in 23rd. Kenny Reel involved in a late race wreck as well, finishes in 24th. Ethan Eckert in 25th, and rounding out your 26th car field, that is John Ward. So, wow, what a race. A lot unfolded here tonight. The stage went to Daniel Falkingham, but the race went to Kyler Wynn. We'll be back here in 1 week on May the 20th as we will go to Daytona for the Craftsman Truck Series. Try to join you guys there that night. If not, we'll have somebody filling in for me with Ron Morris Jr. that night. We'll have to see. But, hey, this was another great race here, and we are looking forward to the rest of the season as we get close to those playoffs where everything will count once we get there. For myself, Michael Triscaro, and PGR eSports, and my broadcast partner here tonight, Ron Morris Jr., we'll see you here next time. Have a good night.